Time for bed. Come on. Come on. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's episode is an interesting one. I'm back in the Annapolis Valley with my friend Mike.
Hey guys!
And Boomer. So we're out on the wheelers today. This is Boomer's very first adventure out on the four-wheeler. It took him a couple seconds to get used to it, but we got him strapped in the backpack tight and secure to my chest. He's actually doing really good, and he's actually enjoying it. Once we get going and the wind kind of kicks up, he's got tons of ventilation. The backpack's unzipped on the sides. We're making frequent stops for food, water, so he's definitely enjoying it. He jumps off, runs in the shade, lays down for a bit. All is good. So we're doing 2 nights, tonight and tomorrow. We're going to film 2 separate videos. Why don't you jump down and go wander for a minute?
Yeah, gallivant.
So we're going to be doing 2 nights, and we're heading up to a mountaintop lake location, basically where we used to camp together. We're going to be revisiting those areas. It is still summer. It's up towards 25 degrees Celsius, and last night it rained like crazy. I was out last night by myself on a hike-in adventure, and we're just coming through the trail now, and there is mud and puddles everywhere from all that rain. So this is just a pit stop. We're going to be doing hammock night tonight, way up on the mountain. We got to get Boomer back in here once he's all rested up, get the backpacks back on, fire up the wheelers, and head down this trail and make some tracks. All right, Boom Boom, time to get back on the bike. Belly rub. All right, let's go. Boomer, come. What's this? All right, guys, so we're just making another bit of a pit stop here. We've got a really nasty, muddy section up ahead, which is totally not for a racing wheeler. However, I did come up here just the other day and we made it through, but there's a ton of rainfall since then. So this is going to be an interesting ride. We're letting Boomer down here get a little bit of a cool off, stretch his legs, go play in the water, get a drink, and let the machines cool down a little bit as well. This is going to be the last rough section anticipated before our camp spot that we have in mind. So basically just going to book it through this, get totally muddy, totally wet, and hopefully everything goes well. We don't slam anything on some of these rocks because there is a lot of tall rocks with scrape marks from a whole bunch of things, just A-arms, transmission, skid plates, all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be interesting choosing my path personally because my sprocket's really low, so I have to high side my tires. Mike's wheeler over here, Mike is rigged for going through this stuff. I am not.
No,
I can go really fast.
Yeah, it's fully automatic and belt driven.
So,
shaft
and
drive.
that's the other thing. He's riding an automatic. I'm riding a manual. So I have to clutch it, stop, go kind of thing. Only 2-wheel drive. It's what I like. So that's going to be the plan. We are definitely muddy right now. You have a look at my wheeler here.
Getting there.
It's pretty mucky looking, and that's the way we like it because we're headed into muddier, dirtier sections.
Oh, yes.
This backpack Boomer is living inside of. This is my backpack that I've got packed full of hammock gear, food, Boomer stuff, my stuff, all that. Give you guys a good look at that. Mike over here has got a milk crate with 1 gas jug, 2 gas jug for both of us. We've got a bottle of water quickly for Boomer.
Yep.
Mike's backpack's here. I've got my tripod.
Cooler
Mike's
bag.
got another bag there, cooler bag full of food. That's basically it for this trip, guys. So wheeler 1, wheeler 2, and we're heading all the way up there through that stuff in just one moment. All right, so I'm getting the tripod off Mike's wheeler right now because I'm going to run up and set up the camera to give you guys a perspective of what we're going through. We're just having a little bit of a laugh here.
Yeah.
Mike's, he's going to put his wheeler in 4-wheel drive, and then of course he suggested that I just put mine in 2-wheel drive. Hilarious.
You know, just
Hilarious.
you know, just trying to be a total dumbass, I guess.
We'll keep it in 2-wheel drive, I guess. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get rigged up here, tripod, DSLR all the way up the trail, run all the way back here with a puppy on my chest and a huge backpack on my back, and leapfrog the whole way through so you guys have viewing pleasure. So let's get after it. All right, everybody, here we are at camp. This is home for the night. I've got my hammock system totally set up. I went with an underquilt integrated hammock because, believe it or not, it is actually getting quite cold out here in Nova Scotia during the night, getting down to about 8 degrees Celsius. Now, I know that doesn't sound terribly cold, but if it does rain and it gets damp and moist, having the underquilt is definitely nice. I've gone with my 0 degrees Celsius Superior hammock, which I've been loving all summer. It also cuts down on the mosquitoes biting me through the bottom, and it's already integrated in the hammock. I don't need to worry about hanging suspension. It's all one piece. I've also gone ahead and brought my signature edition Lone Wolf 902 Tarp, and I've got it set up kind of like in a storm mode slash awning mode. It's open. I can see the campfire, which is going to be right in front of the hammock. Mike's hammock is off in this direction, so we're kind of in between the fire, and I think this is going to work really, really well. If it does happen to rain, I've got loads of porch area here to cook, and I can still conversate with Mike over at his hammock if it turns into bad weather. So he's still setting up his tarp right now. We're going to be getting coffee stuff out in just a moment, make up a nice hot coffee, sit back and relax and enjoy this area before we start work with firewood and then cooking some camp food. All right, guys, we are both started on afternoon coffee, and realistically, I should say almost evening coffee, because it is pushing on to supper time. So I'm starving. I know Mike's hungry.
Oh yeah.
We've been talking about back and forth what we're going to do for dinner and how we're going to cook it. I think I'm going to utilize the canister stove because all I need to do is boil some water. Mike has something a little bit more intricate that he's going to show on camera, and we're basically going to take it from there. So it's warm out. Hot coffee is not the best thing to do, but it is a wake-up call right now because I am feeling tired. I definitely need something in me, some caffeine, something to wake me up. We do have a long night ahead of us of collecting firewood, lighting a fire, cooking, hanging out, and chilling out, having fun, and tomorrow's going to be another full day of riding and looking for another place to camp and call home for the night. So coffee right now, and then relax for a little bit.
Yeah.
Gather up.
And do some more catching up.
More catching up because we haven't seen each other in a while, and collect some firewood. Now, one thing with firewood is, directly behind Mike, there's actually a stack of firewood already cut and stacked from the previous people that have been here. So I think we're only going to have to collect birch bark and twigs. Basically just burn what's there.
Pretty much,
I think we're pretty much squared away for firewood, which is awesome. We don't have to do a whole lot of work. We can just enjoy camping. So cheers, guys. Coffee break, and then on to food and fire. All right, guys, we've got our campfire going, and I gotta say, it is definitely pumping out some heat. It is still warm in the day right now, so we definitely don't need the fire for heat, but we've decided that we are actually gonna cook over the campfire. Where we are out here for 2 days, we wanna minimize how much we're using the isobutane and the canister stove. We kinda wanna make that last. So we've got a campfire going, 2 reasons, cooking and bugs. The mosquitoes are out. This will generate some smoke, and then later on this evening, we'll have a little bit of light, and it's nice to sit in front of the campfire too. So we're going to be going through our food, getting out what we're going to be cooking tonight. I have something a little interesting that I want to share with you guys. Mike also has something pretty interesting. So I think it's about time we start doing that. Boomer has taken another nap again.
Third time this afternoon.
Yeah, it's kind of his thing. He's just napping today. So yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing right now. Get this fire built up, get some coals, get some cooking done, and start relaxing. All right, so we're just getting started with supper, and what I have is a kind of a day supply of food. Now, I explained this in one of my previous videos that this stuff was sent to me. No, it's not sponsored. I've had a lot of companies lately sending me backpacking meals, and I'm only going to show the ones that I actually enjoy. This is from Right On Trek. This is meal kit number 8. I just want to go through what is here because I actually do enjoy these quite a bit. They're very, very thought out, and the food is really actually quite nutritious. So this is their keto menu. They have a whole bunch of different menus. It's for 1 person, 1 day, 125 grams of protein, 2,500 calories. Net weight is 542 grams, 1 pound, 3 ounces for everything here. So for this particular meal, the hot breakfast is cheesy mushroom egg scramble, which is in this bag right here. So breakfast is there. It also comes with coffee, milk, and cream powder. So we actually have milk and cream powder here, as well as all the other stuff to go with coffee. For the lunch and snacks, which we've already gone past, but I'm probably going to snack on them later tonight, to be honest. Tuna in olive oil. So we do have some tuna in olive oil right here in a foil pack. Olives, which is actually kind of neat. Check these out. So these are actual olives in like a sealed bag, which is pretty awesome. They're olives, Sicilian olives, which are pretty neat, so they are flavored.
Product of Italy.
Yeah, we do have almonds, keto granola bar, Parmesan crisps, sprouted pumpkin seeds. These pumpkin seeds are actually pretty interesting as well. They're gluten-free, vegan, raw, sprouted, but they are seasoned. So there's lemon juice, turmeric, ginger powder, cayenne. There's all kinds of interesting stuff in there. So they're actually flavored pumpkin seeds, which is pretty sweet. And then the hot dinner is a broccoli beef stroganoff, which is what I'm going to be doing tonight, right here. And there's also a Dutch caramel and vanilla wafer. One of these. I actually like using this with coffee, so I'll probably save that for the morning. And then a hot tea and a bunch of other condiments and stuff in here. I got some Parmesan cheese, I got some Cholula sauce, salt, pepper, some more Cholula sauce, a mango stash tea bag, all kinds of stuff in here. So everything here. Oh, and this. I don't think this was mentioned. Yeah, so that's a keto granola bar. That's maple pecan, which actually looks pretty awesome. So all of this is basically for a day. So this is what I brought with me for food. I'm actually really happy with that. It also comes with this mesh bag that's reusable. It's actually a pretty nice bag.
It is, yeah.
Drawstring and a little carabiner. So I've been getting asked about food. What am I bringing for food? This was super simple to grab, throw in the backpack. Didn't even have to think about it. Threw it in there. This is what I've got. So that's what I've got for dinner. What did you bring?
Okay, for my supper, dinner, breakfast, all in one, I brought a wild haddock portion. I got some local grocery store. Where's the top of the wrapper here? Yeah, it says Go Wild Green Ocean, boneless, skin on. And I brought imitation crab meat.
And it's still cold, by the way, so he did bring a freezer bag.
Yeah, I brought a cooler bag. I put an ice pack on top and surrounded by cold water. I got something else frozen in there. Put it all on top, and away I went. And I brought tortilla wraps. So I'm going to do like a seafood wrap style.
Oh, and I got the
And he's
mayo.
got some sauce that I forgot.
Yeah, so this actually came with Hellman's mayo. I don't need it,
Yeah.
so I'm actually going to give that to Mike.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Thanks, sir.
You have that, and
Have that
some
one.
Cholula sauce.
I'll
If
give
you
it a
want some
try.
Hot sauce.
Ooh,
So, yeah, so
When-
you're going to be doing wraps.
when I grow up.
Hot sauce. So he's going to be doing wraps, and this is kind of the interesting part. So we both came in on four-wheelers, so we could bring a whole bunch of luxury items on the ATVs, which is a huge bonus. So he's got a freezer bag full of stuff. We got some cold drinks. We've got all the things we need, all the necessities. We could have brought a chainsaw if it was fall or winter. But it's just kind of nice to get out here and not have to worry about how much you're carrying.
Yeah.
Even though we were conscious a little bit. Obviously, I had Boomer here on my chest with the big pack. Mike had a lot of other things, gasoline, which we're going to need tomorrow. We're going to have to gas up and head out. So we did bring, I think we brought 12 liters. We got that 10-liter gas jug plus another jug. About 12 liters.
12, yeah.
12 liters of gas. So that'll be more than enough gas what we need to rip around here to get to location 2 and then get back home. So. Yeah, so it's nice to have a little bit of luxuries. He's got a pretty decent meal planned, a home-cooked meal. I'm going more with like a store-bought kind of meal. Good contrast. So
Usually it's flipped around.
Usually I'm doing the home cooking. He's doing the fast and light option. But yeah, so let's get cooking. I'm actually starving right now, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. I also brought wraps, actually. I brought tortilla wraps to go along with this. So yeah, a little bit of home stuff, a little bit of store-bought stuff. So let's get cooking. All right, guys, it is now nightfall. Sunset is just about finished with. We got the fire going again. It is quite smoky, but it will build back up into flames. We got 2 pots full of lake water. We've got to boil that down so it's safe to drink. And right now, Boomer is rather interested by the loons out on the lake. You can actually hear them calling. And I got to sit down and get out of that smoke.
Yeah.
But yeah, Boomer, I don't think has ever heard loons before, so he's quite intrigued right now. You can hear them calling across the lake, which is my favorite sound when camping near a lake. So, who knows? What do you think of that sound? He doesn't know what it is.
No, he doesn't know what to think.
So, we do have a very, very smoky fire. We're trying to balance our pots so they don't fall over. Mine's leaning right now, draining a bit of water.
Mine's not too bad.
Trying to get these pots boiled without putting too much effort into it. Sure, we could make a tripod or a longer stick to balance it, but we're kind of lazy like that tonight.
Yep.
We're just doing it the old-fashioned way. Get it boiled up any way possible and then relax. So mine's actually boiling right now.
Oh.
It's only been on there for like a minute.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Yeah.
The lid's literally rolling off the top. So
Mine's not too far behind then.
mine might almost be done, I think. I can feel it roll. I can feel it vibrating in the stick. It is rolling a boil right now. So I'm going to hold it over there for probably a good 40 seconds to a minute. Get a really, really good solid rolling boil. Let it cool down. And Mike, you can have that spot here in a second. And that'll be enough water for the morning.
Oh,
now,
yes.
Boomer can drink out of the lake, obviously. It's clean for him to drink. We can't. So I don't want to drink hot water. So if I do want to drink later on tonight, I'm going to have to let it cool down long enough till it's cool, which is kind of the downside of doing it this way. Sure, we could have brought a water filter. Not really how I do things. I usually just boil it, let it sit, and wait, I guess. So that's what we're going to be doing for now. Boil up this water, get it safe, and welcome in the night because it is getting dark rather quickly. And the wildlife is starting to come to life. Get the crackling fire, glowing hammock. Pretty awesome. So supper was good. How was yours?
Oh man, mine was great. The first time I'd done fish wraps like that. So I mean, it was.
It smelled good. I could smell the fish cooking. It was definitely good.
That hot sauce made me grow up a little bit.
The Cholula sauce. It was a little spicy.
It was. I'm not really one for spicy foods or spicy sauce, but that was actually really tasty.
Yeah, pretty good stuff.
Might have to go buy some of that, I think.
Yeah, and I actually cooked a little bit more food afterwards. I did penne pasta with pesto, and I took the pack of olives out of my meal and I added that to it along with the olive oil tuna. I put that inside of it. 2 thumbs up on that. I know it sounds a little crazy. It was actually really, really good.
It smelled good.
Yeah, it was definitely good, and I had a tortilla wrap to go with it as well. So my water is already boiled. That was fast. Mike's going to do his up. Boomer is going back to sleep.
Yeah,
he's going back to sleep again for like the 5th time today.
He's doing his nap thing.
Yeah, he got used to the hammock moments ago, so he's ready and primed for that. I think it's going to be a pretty quiet night tonight. So, like I said, we're going to chill out in front of the campfire for a while and chit-chat amongst ourselves, shut the camera off for a while, and to catch up with you guys right before bedtime. Time for bed? Come on. Come on. In you go. Alright. Alright guys, it is now time for bed. The campfire is crackling away. It is stoked up right now. I'm actually going to be leaving my tarp open just like this all night long. Mike is doing the same thing with his hammock just across from the fire. It's not forecasted to rain, but just in case it does, it's nice to wake up in the morning and have some porch area, and you don't have to duck underneath the tarp and all that stuff. Plus, we've got loads of gear. Everything can just stay sprawled out and stay nice and dry. And I don't have to set the tarp up in the morning either. I can just jump out, start a fire, start cooking, do whatever I need to do. So Boomer is ready for bed. He was just sleeping over by the tree, and as soon as he heard the zipper, he jumped right up, and here he is. So we're going to be calling it a night. I'm going to get my shoes off, jump inside the hammock. I'll bring you guys in with me just to give you guys a look at what we got going on in the hammock with Boomer and I. And I think it's going to be a pretty awesome night. Super dark out, nice and quiet. No clouds in the sky right now. Stars are out, and the campfire's crackling away, and I can see it straight from the hammock, which is going to be really nice. But yeah, all in all, having a really great time so far, and it's time to get in the hammock, shoes off, and start relaxing. All right, guys, inside of the hammock right now, I have an extremely bright light shining in my face, so it's a little difficult to film right now, but we are inside of the hammock. As you can see, Boomer is right on top of me. It is still warm enough that we do not have the top quilt out. However, it is cooling off very quickly. I got a feeling once the night air really sets in around midnight or so, it's going to get quite chilly in here. So Boomer is actually, you guys can see, he's getting really comfortable right now. Really comfortable. So I think tonight is going to be a very, very good night's sleep. His eyes are already shutting, so he's definitely going to be going to sleep. I am very tired as well. Mike's over there jumping into his hammock. I can hear him moving around a little bit. And basically, we're going to be up early in the morning, hopefully, for some coffee and some breakfast. And have a nice day. So just want to say goodnight to you guys, and we'll see you first thing in the morning. Good night.